Hi there, and welcome back to another episode at Station Road. Now, in today's episode, we're continuing on with the canopy for the main station building, and we're taking a look at the upper part of the canopy. So that is the framework that holds, of course, all the glazing. So you may recall from the previous episode I'd completed the assembly of the lower structure of the canopy, so that's the posts and the girder structural I-beams that anchor into the walls. There's still a little bit more to do on that, which was of course the spray painting to pick out particular colour features on the lower part of the canopy. I've since now done that, and we'll be able to take a look at that a little bit further on in this video. So as I mentioned, today's episode is about assembling the upper structure of the canopy. So this is essentially the roof line and the framework that contains the glazing. So I think without further ado, let's just jump into what I got up to. So I've designed up and printed out these upper sections, of course, which is the framework that includes the glazing, and rather than in the mock-up that I did where I just simply used the Cricut Joy to vinyl cut out the framework and then just stick that to a piece of acetate, this has been 3D printed so that it's got more of a profile to it, and there's kind of two layers to it. There's a frame and then a little bit of a ridge as well, just to give it a little bit more definition rather than that sort of flat 2D look. So I'm just applying some glue and glaze to this, and I'm using a brush because I sort of want to apply a thin layer. I don't want this to sort of ooze out too much. And then what we've got here is just a sheet of acetate. So this is not the stuff that I used on the windows, which was the Pico Point packaging, which is a much heavier weight clear plastic. This is the clear acetate that you would use in an overhead projector, which you can buy in sheets. And the reason for the glue and glaze is because when it dries clear, so we sort of don't end up with too much of a smeary look on it. So there's still a little bit of seepage there, but hopefully that will sort of disappear as it dries. So that's the two end sections, and then of course we've got our long sections here, and they're going to be a little bit more of a mission to glue, because I think by the time I've applied glue at the other end, this end might end up being dry, so it could be potentially a bit of an issue, but we'll see how it goes. So I've finished off the main lower canopy structure, and of course one of the issues I had from the previous episode was the masking tape was unraveling from the posts, and I ended up taking that off and reapplying it, and I just reapplied it by cutting off strips from the roll, whereas previously I'd cut a strip off the roll, stuck it onto some label paper backing sheet in order to cut out the strips exactly to the right size I needed. And I think by doing that, I think it just lost a bit of its tack on the backing sheet. So I went back to the method of just trimming it with a pair of scissors from the main roll of tape, and that seemed to work. So it's certainly looking the part now with the red or maroon coloured trim, and in place, situated in place just temporarily at the moment. It's looking pretty good, and it's quite fascinating looking at it and realising this is how kind of it used to look before the canopies were all taken down. So there's not a single surviving canopy on this particular line. Of course, the old station is the only surviving station. All the other ones were demolished. So what I'll do is I'll carry on gluing these down, and then I've got to let them dry fully, and then what we can do is I'll trim these out, just simply cut around and trim out the excess. Right, we'll wait for the helicopter. Right, the helicopter's gone now. It's one of possibly the disadvantages, the minor disadvantage of living where we live here in Christchurch. We're not actually terribly far from the international airport, so we do get a bit of air traffic. Right, so I'm going to trim out these ones here first, and it's just a case of running our blade along the edge here. So these large ones here, I did one where I brushed on the glue and glaze little bit by little bit, and it took quite a while, and I'm not too sure how well it's going to work because I sort of did go back over the end where I started, but I sort of have a funny feeling that the glue may have dried at the first end. So the second one, what I actually did is was sort of thinking of easy ways of doing it, and I thought, why not pin it down to a bit of card and spray paint the back of it with, or not spray paint, spray glue the back of it, which is what I did, and we'll see how that works as well with some 3M spray glue. Right, so that's those two, and hopefully that should be okay. So I'm not doing a frame on the underside. I could go to those lengths, but I just sort of feel that you're not really going to see the underside by the time this is attached to the top of the Canopy framework. This underside will be okay as is. So there's the upper framework with the glazing. So if we bring over our station, we'll be able to, we'll just temporarily kind of place these. Hopefully they're not going to fall off, but we can pop this one in here because that's going to rest up against the building. And this one on this side, but I suspect it's possibly not going to stay there and it's going to keep sliding off. But that's the idea. And can we slide this in here without it? And another one at that end. So that's roughly what it's going to look like. Right, so I'm now going to glue these upper glass frames to the lower canopy structure, and I think I'll just continue to use a bit of the glue and glaze, just that'll avoid any sort of visible glue mess. What I've actually done with this rear piece of glazing is I've just trimmed out where the two wall sections are either side. It's probably a bit difficult to pick up on the camera, but it just means that they sit in either side of the two end components and just come in a little bit further so that it's more centralized, and it's then going to be a case of running some glue along these edges. So this could be a little bit tricky, but we'll see how it goes. So for this process I'm just going to actually use some cocktail sticks to apply the glue, and I think it might be easier to do it to the edges of the glazing rather than on the actual canopy frame. Right, so that's the glazing now glued into place. I won't do any close-ups just yet because my gluing application is a bit dodgy. So once it's dried off, of course, it's going to go clear. But yeah, I think my application is about as good as my techniques with soldering. But it's certainly looking the part, and I think definitely what it's going to need, and of course this is on the cards anyway with the main building structure as well, is once it's all complete it will undergo a little bit of weathering, bit of light weathering. I don't want to make it look very too run down and dirty looking, but just some, yeah, as I said, light weathering, which is going to dull down this canopy because at the moment it's looking rather pristine and clean looking. So there we have it. That is now the upper section of this canopy assembled and in place, and I certainly think it's looking the part. And as I mentioned earlier, it's quite incredible looking at it from the point of view of how this canopy may have actually looked when it was in existence, and the underside of the canopy and how it might have looked back in the day. So there we have it. I'll leave it there for today's episode, but we'll finish off with the station in position on the layout, on the platform, with just a few trains running by, just to give it a little bit of context and see how it looks in position. So do take care everyone, look after yourselves. Of course, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will catch you next time. Bye for now.